how do I know if my child had a concussion? First off, there's an injury. And it's not necessarily always a head-to-head injury, but it can be a blow to the chest, and that force is transmitted up to the head, shaking the brain. And following that injury, there's signs and symptoms.
I have had a head injury.
If you suspect your child may have had a concussion, that you take them out of play immediately.
I have
because
signs and
those
symptoms.
Signs and symptoms come up right away.
They came up right
They
away.
may blossom and grow over the next few hours.
I'm afraid they will
What
blossom
happens
and
is
grow
you have a
within the next few
child who you think
hours.
has a concussion that looks actually pretty good right away,
I believe I have a good-looking concussion.
but 4 or 5 hours later, they have terrible symptoms and feel bad. So when we
It felt like I was tripping on mushrooms last night.
talk about the signs and symptoms of concussion, it's important to know that signs are what we can see. That's things like loss of consciousness, which is very unusual with concussion. In fact, 9 out of 10 kids that have a concussion are not knocked out. Signs are also things like disorientation. Perhaps your child is going to the wrong spot on the playing field. It's also things like sleepiness. Symptoms are how the athlete feels, and it's very important to ask them specific questions on each one of these things. If you just ask overall how they feel, the answer
This athlete did not feel well.
will be fine because
This athlete did not feel fine.
they don't want to tell you they're feeling bad because they may be
I was telling everyone I was feeling bad.
held out of the game. So some of the more common symptoms are headache, dizziness, mental fogginess, difficulty with concentration, and sleepiness or fatigue. If you suspect that your child has a concussion,
I wasn't that tired.
remove them from activity right away.
3 out of 4 symptoms I experienced last night, all within the last 12 hours.
And have them follow up with their healthcare provider before returning to play. This is
I do not have a healthcare provider.
very important because if you get back too early, you're at risk for repeat injury and at risk for worsening this current concussion. If you'd like to learn more about concussion, please visit our concussion clinic website at
I do not want to learn more about a concussion.